Hi guys! Today's video is about how to stop your cat from toileting in inappropriate areas. And all cats are different, what might work for one cat may not work for another, but here is some general advice that you can use to see if it helps. If it doesn't, you may wish to see a qualified cat behaviourist who can put together a specific treatment plan for your cat. As always, I just want to add a quick note to always visit your vet to make sure that you can rule out any medical causes for the problem or get any health concerns under control before you start any behavioural implementation. So first you want to make sure that you provide an optimal litter facilities for your cat. In my previous video I provided lots of advice on how to do that, but basically you just want to make sure you've chosen the right tray for your cat and the right litter to put inside. Make sure to position the tray in the most appropriate area and to keep the tray clean as much as possible. It's also important to thoroughly clean the area in which they're toileting in with a solution of biological washing powder or an enzymatic cleaner that's specifically designed to target cat wee. This is going to stop the smell of urine in the area, attracting them to come back and urinate there again. If your cat urinates in the same particular area of your home every time, it probably means that this is the area that they feel most comfortable toileting in. So if they could choose, this is where they'd prefer their tray to go. If this is the case, put the litter tray here. And normally cats prefer to use a litter tray over the carpet if the option is there. So by placing the litter tray here, it should encourage them to use that rather than the floor. If it's not a convenient location for a litter tray, then put it here temporarily, and once they're using it reliably, you can gradually move it to your preferred location. And you might have to do this really slowly, perhaps inch by inch, so they barely even notice it moving, but that's to make sure that they don't ditch the tray and go back to their favourite area. Your cat may have developed a preference for toileting on a certain substrate, such as the carpet. If this is the case, then just placing a litter tray there isn't going to do much good. Instead, place a small amount of their preferred substrate into the tray. So you could place a small square of carpet inside a litter tray and cover the place they usually toilet with a plastic sheet. This way the sheet should deter them from going on the carpet, as they won't like weeing on the plastic and getting the wee onto their paws. And because the tray is right there with the carpet inside, they should be encouraged to use the tray in this situation. So once they're using the carpet inside the tray, you can add a small amount of litter and gradually build up the amount of litter that's in the tray until they no longer feel that the carpet is in there and they're used to toileting into the litter itself. At this point you can remove the plastic sheeting from the carpet, and if you need to move the litter tray, then again do this gradually. If you have more than one cat at home, this could be the cause of your cat not using a tray. If there's tension between the cats, one may be actively blocking access to the litter tray for the other, or may be showing intimidation through staring or actively chasing them away. In this sort of situation, your cat may be reluctant to use the litter tray even when the coast is clear, and this is because toileting leaves them very vulnerable and unable to defend themselves or run away very easily. So it's not uncommon for them to get pounced on by another cat when they're in the tray. So they're going to be worried that the other cat might appear at any time. Using the tray is quite a noisy activity, so often they'll be drawing attention to themselves by scraping in the litter, and the whole situation can become riddled with anxiety about whether or not they can go with or without getting noticed. So you can see why they might choose to go in a more secret location to take the whole anxiety out of the whole situation. So to help, make sure you have at least one litter tray per cat in your home, plus at least one extra to make sure every cat has a choice of which litter tray to use. Put them in different locations so they can really avoid each other and to use them without feeling like they've been put in the spotlight. A hooded tray can help them feel more secluded, and add in extra high places for the cats to walk and rest to expand the territory and add space between them. This is going to make it less easy for them to become blocked and any intimidation to take place. If your cat has any fears or phobias, or generally has a more nervous disposition, keep this in mind when providing their litter tray. Again, a hooded tray would be better to provide some seclusion and privacy, but put in a place that's easy for them to access. You don't want them to have to travel through lots of different rooms and potentially encounter the thing they're fearful of before they get to the tray. This could put them off trying altogether. This is why it's important not to shout or punish your cat in any way for their inappropriate toileting. They may become fearful of you, which is going to make things worse, and they might be really fearful of going to the tray, and then you've got a really horrible situation on your hands. Lastly, if you prefer your cat to toilet outside rather than in a litter tray, make sure there is a suitable area for them to toilet outside. they need a secluded and private location, so an area that's covered by shrubbery or bushes or any sort of barrier, and turn up the earth so that they can dig and cover their waste. This should help protect them from the elements and shield them from any cats that are in the area, but just bear in mind that if the weather's really bad or the cat population gets too high for them to cope with, they may choose never to go out in the garden to toilet. So that's a lot of information crammed into one video. Hopefully there will be something to help you if your cat is inappropriate toileting. If not, please do get in touch and we can talk things through, or we can book a consultation. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.